Right, in this question, it says that there are a number of forces acting on an object, but the object does not move. So, what statement is correct? Now, you see, whenever you have a force acting on an object, so this is the force. In this case, the force is acting to the right, so the object will be moving to the right. And if you have a few forces acting on the object, so let's say you have one force here, and then you have another force here, you have two forces, there will be a resultant force, and the object will act in the direction of the resultant force. So if this is 3 newtons, this is 1 newton, then the object will move to the right, 3 minus 1, 2 newtons, right? So you can have many forces acting on the object, but there can only be one resultant force, because resultant force means it's the combination of all the forces already. So if I have an object here, and let's say this is 1 newton, and this is 2 newtons, and this is 5 newtons, right? So in this case, you have three forces, and the resultant force is 5 minus 3, so the resultant force is 2 newtons to the right, so the object will move to the right. But if, let's say, you have another, say, 2 newtons here, so in total, to the right, you have 2 plus 2 plus 1, that's 5. To the left is 5 as well. So in this particular example, you will find that the resultant force is 0. Okay, so one of the effect of having is resultant force 0 is that the object will not move. If you go to upper set, you will learn that there's another effect, which is the object will move with a constant speed, but a constant velocity, but we will not do that now. So take note that if an object does not move, that means the resultant force is 0. And remember, no matter how many forces there are acting on the object, it will end up to have only one resultant force.